All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Public Facilities Committee meeting on December 11th, which is today, 4 p.m., which was a little while ago. First item is approval of the minutes from October 16th. If we can get a motion
I put in a motion to approve the minutes.
and a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That brings us to the privilege of the floor. Is there anyone here? Do we have anything for privilege of the floor? No? Anyone here for privilege of the floor? No? We will close the privilege of the floor. That brings us to our first resolution, which is confirm appointment for the Parks Commission. Is there anybody here for that? If not, we can just speak on that. Maybe John Temmer was gonna speak on it. We have in front of us Dorothy Lauricella from Casadega to be on the Parks Commission. Anybody have any comments or questions or concerns or jokes or? No, nothing?
No.
Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Proposed resolution number 2. Authorize extension of the agreement between the North County Industrial Sewer District Number 1 and the City of Dunkirk for sewage treatment and disposal services.
Matt Olbeck, Director of the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District, here for Brian Pearl, Director of the North County Industrial Water District and Sewer District. And this resolution is just, both parties have kind of agreed to continue with for a 3-year period, the current agreement, which is treatment and disposal of sewage from the industrial district.
It's what you do.
It's what we do.
Both sides are in agreement, so everything's good.
Everything's seems to be working good, so.
All right. Questions, comments?
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to make a comment that I'd like to recognize the city of Dunkirk for their cooperativeness in this arrangement, because obviously, you know, as we all know, there's been some inflation, but the city of Dunkirk was kind enough to agree to continue at the current rate for 3 more years. So I'd like to recognize them for their intermunicipal cooperation.
Okay. Do we know what that rate is? Is that per thousand, like?
So, in the agreement, they actually bill the customers, so I don't know what that rate is. We bill for maintenance of our system, but they bill for treatment and disposal. They actually just bill the customers
Just bill,
themselves.
okay.
So
Okay.
do I know that figure? I don't.
Okay. I was going somewhere with that, but that's okay too, yes. Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our third proposed resolution, acceptance of CART's Public Transportation 2023 Accelerated Transit Capital Grant.
Hi, I'm Michelle Westfall from CARTS. This is a resolution to accept $130,550 from New York State Department of Transportation. It's 100% state funded, so there is no local share. And it is also to make the proper changes to the proper accounts to accept the money and spend the money. And it's going to be used for renovations to the CARTS hub.
Which is in Jamestown.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's expected? Do you have like pictures?
Do we have any pictures here?
It doesn't look like you have pictures, but like, is there?
Tim, do you have any pictures?
I don't have any here.
No, we have.
Okay. No, I
We
just
do
was-
have
I was-
drawings.
Yeah, I was just curious.
It's going to be a waiting area for the passengers. They're going to have a place where the drivers can pull up and transfer passengers. There's going to be a break room, a small break area for the drivers, so when they have their lunch breaks, they can stop there and take their
Yeah.
lunches. There'll be a restroom for the drivers just for the drivers to use. The outside will be fixed, so it looks nice. There'll be 2 new overhead doors, just to make it look better on the outside. It's the building right across from City Hall in Jamestown, on the
Yeah, I
corner
heard
of
it
Third
was
and
in
Prendergast.
Sort of disrepair at this point.
It is. It is. They just took out the old tanks because it was a gas station. So they did take out the tanks underground. So now we can actually start working on it.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it'll be nice when it's finished. It'll be nice to have a place for the passengers to go and wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Did your office put in for this grant? Was it a competitive grant or was?
No, this grant we get once a year
You do-
usually.
You get this annually, okay.
Yes, usually, as long as the state has money,
Yeah.
we get it once a year. And we have banked the last, I want to say 2019 on, we've used towards the hub renovations. We've been able to bank it and save it.
No local share is always nice.
Yes, that is always nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much a tankless job. Okay. That's all I got.
That's enough.
All right, very good. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have under other, proposed resolution, amend capital project accounts, Jamestown Community College. Oh, and we have a college student here with us.
Not anymore. It's been a long time.
Did you say anything?
Did I sign here?
I don't think. I was just sort of viscerally reacting to your comment, Jen.
You'll get used to it. 10 more years.
If I'm used to it, she should be okay. Already. Jen Swan, Budget Director for Chautauqua County. This resolution, and actually you have an amendment that was left in each of your seats. This amendment for JCC, there are 2 projects that are going to go over the original project budget. One, because repairs are going to be needed sooner than anticipated, being the roofs. In the other case, the exterior renovations, bids came in higher than anticipated. So in light of that, they've prioritized their current projects and decided to reduce the allocation to 2 other projects in order to cover these overages.
I guess I'll ask a question. Anybody got a question?
Hopefully I have an answer.
So when we allocate that money from the other projects, then these other projects come up? Or are they in the process?
These other projects, it's kind of, they're kind of pooled together under fitting project titles.
Right.
So basically what they're doing is they're going to scale back on the expenditure associated with the 2 projects that the money is being taken out of because they're not absolutely necessary at this point. They'll probably include future capital requests in order to help recuperate that funding if the county
That's where I was going
sees
with
fit.
that. Are we gonna be
Yeah.
sitting here in months or years saying, we don't have the money? Not that we shouldn't do this. I'm
Right.
just preparing myself
Sure.
for.
They'll
when-
probably come to us asking us to essentially replenish the money that they're taking out of those 2 projects, but it's not, again, it's not an absolute necessity, and since they're prioritizing these other projects to be a little bit higher on their to-do list, that's what they're deciding to do.
Right, okay. Questions, comments, concerns? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Back to class. It's not me that let it go. All right, wow. Somebody called Guinness. I think we set the world's record here for time spent on a, does anyone have anything else for the good of the committee or the moment? If not, as the acting chairman, I'd just like to recognize John Hemmer, who's not with us here today. Maybe he's at home. If you're at home listening, John, we'd like to thank you and John Davis for your years of service and being on the Public Facilities Committee. We've appreciated all your time, and we'll miss you, but we do thank you for
Appreciate
your
it.
time.
Yes.
Good work.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to point out that I did get a call from Legislator Hemmer, who is always at committee meetings very religiously, but unfortunately he's ill and he didn't want to put anybody else in jeopardy with his germs.
Correct.
So he is not coming today to this meeting.
Correct. Thank you. If that's it, I'll let you make a motion for your last public
I'll
facilities.
make a
committee.
motion that we adjourn. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I second it.
Motion, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried, we are adjourned.
My gosh, it's 4:17.
All right, let's move right into administrative service.
Words that we could. That's okay.
3 in a row, we'll move on.
Well, the other one's set. In for